Hello everyone, this is Som Gaming. Hope you enjoy the content. Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of Manor Lords under Lord Dobby Dunstable. We're now back into the second episode of the series. The first one had a bit of interest from you guys, which is really good. One thing I would say is I noticed on the previous one I didn't have my cursor showing. That's a setting I forgot to turn on. So I noticed that I was pointing at stuff, but you couldn't see. Thankfully, there is a lot of tooltips on this game, so it wasn't as bad. But hopefully now you can see my cursor, so things will be a lot better. So I'll start by kind of repeating a couple of things I said last time. I was pointing and saying that I was thinking this will be, well, this is my market area. So I was thinking I want my church to be next to the market area, mainly because I feel like this is quite realistic. If you go to any small town, especially here in the UK, you see a big church next to a marketplace. So I don't remember how big the church is. So depending on the size, I will either put it here or I'm thinking down here. And then we're just surrounded by houses, which again is very typical that the town grows outside of the city. Then I was saying that this is my main kind of industrial / wood cutting area. Then we've got a bit of hunting here. And here I believe, no wait, where is the stone? Somewhere is where we have, yeah, the stone is quite far. But to be honest, because we need the stone for the church, it will have to do, we'll just come here and get it. Cool. So today I've got a bit of a better plan of what we're doing. I took some time to look at this new help center or help guide that they put together, the developers have put together. And in general, it's really useful. I said it last time that when I first played Manor Lords, I didn't know what I was doing and there was no guidance, but this is amazing. It has so much information and it explains it very well. I didn't read all of it, so there's still some stuff I'm learning, but at least I know enough to, continue with a better guidance. So the goal of today, I will just let time play, is I want to ideally get the second food type. I hope that now that I basically changed my family that was working on the fishing, I made them hunters basically. I'm hoping that that will be enough. I think it should be enough. I don't see a reason why not, but let's see. I believe the way it works is if you have a new type of food, it goes into the granary, and then from the granary they sorry, that's not the granary, that's the storage. From the granary, they then serve it in the market. You see, we only have fish at the moment. Carcass transition. So they're in the process of chopping it, I believe. There we go. I always forget how detailed this game is. It's incredible. So yeah, they're done now. This guy here, Lawrence and Peter, are cutting it, and they're going to essentially store it. I think then it will go to the granary, and from the granary, whoever is working here, this family here, is going to start serving it in our market. Because for example, you can see we already have one stall. This lady here is selling firewood or logs, I guess, and I know that's just one. So the goal is to get this achieved, and then we will start working on the church. If I'm not mistaken, the church... Where is the church? Mining, logistics, farming, administration? No. Residential, maybe? Yeah, that's the church. So the church requires planks, which is something we don't have. Okay, we already have the stone. Maybe you start with some stone. So actually, I mean, I want to set up a stone industry, but it's not as important to do it now then. So our job is slightly easier then. So what we need to focus is the planks. And for planks, if I'm not mistaken, you used logs. So let me have a look. I already forgot the key bindings. Yeah, so construction is two logs and refine timber into planks. You get timber here. At the moment, I don't have anyone. Basically, I think the main thing we need is more people because we've got 5 families. One is doing firewood. Yeah, one is in firewood. We ideally want a builder. One is a hunter. Where's the rest? Oh, and we've got one each in the storage and the granary. That they're the ones who set up the markets. That's the one thing I'm not too sure. And I should probably start by reading that. I didn't read about the granary or the storage. I should have started with that. I'm not too sure how necessary this is. Because it does say this family owns a market stall. If you unassign them, the stall may become abandoned, which to me, that suggests you do always need someone here. Otherwise, there's no market. Without market, there is no distribution of foods. So yeah, I will let time play now. Or maybe I will leave it on. I will try and leave it usually on 1. Unless we're doing something and we just need to kill some time. But I'll let it play on 1. It's September. And I believe in winter, I think hunting goes. For sure the things like berries and stuff go over the winter. I'm not sure about hunting. So while we wait, I wanted to do something else. I wanted to zoom out and have a look at the other areas. So we are here and the Baron is here. I doubt we'll be able to get this on time. I mean, I know that if you're an expert in the game and you kind of do a quick run of it, you probably can rush through and get it. But I do like the fact that we have an area behind us. I don't know how the Baron can contest this area. Like, I know there's no Baron. The Baron is like, there's no visually a Baron. But yeah, I don't know if they need to go through our area or we need to do anything about it or they just simply contest it. What's amazing about this is there is an unlimited stone deposit, an unlimited hunting, and there's no iron. I thought this was iron, but it's salt. Where is the iron? Because the problem is with the new iron is here, a rich deposit. So this is what we should be aiming for, because with the latest update, the quite a few buildings need tools, and tools are only made with iron slabs, whatever they're called. So yeah, iron is something we need. Okay, while we wait then, let's have a look at how big the church is. Where was the church again? Not in gathering, it was in residential. Okay, so the church is not that big. So could fit here. How do you rotate again? Oh, like this. Okay. Is it because I don't have material that is red, or is it because no, it's because I don't have materials. Okay. So we could put it here. It's quite nice here because it's right in front of the market. Maybe if I squeeze it here. Yeah, maybe if I put it here. No, but this is where my industry. No, we'll put it here. Put it in the. Yeah, but I want it facing the. Why does it not rotate? Oh, it's because it's attached to the road. Okay. Yeah, it's what's the word? It's no, I want it to be facing the market, so maybe like this. Yeah, okay. But we need 20 planks, which is quite a lot. We got nothing now. So where's the plank building? Here. Saw pit. Oh, it's tiny. I want to keep all the logging industry together. So we've got our ox here. Is it Herman the ox? I remember one of them. Yeah, Herman the ox. What's our other ox called? Where is the other ox? Here. People suffering from disease may stop working. Access to herbs might speed up their recovery. I think to get herbs you need berries, and we don't have berries. So we'll probably need to import them. Linhart. Oh, I prefer Herman. Anyway, let's add the planks. We'll put it right next to the hinging post. So here will be like my logging industry. At some point I will probably need to get a second one of these. So I'm going to have them cut here. And reforestation is another one I need to think about. Not now, but at some point. How are we doing with firewood? We have firewood for 14 months. So I'm tempted to stop making firewood. Because how does it work? It works like... Where does it say how much consumption you do? Yeah, you have... Burgage plots consume 1 fuel per month. Additionally, some workplaces require fuel in order to function. But does that double during the winter? Because if it does, then we don't actually have enough. If it doesn't, then we do. Because I think fishing also stops during the winter because the lake freezes. Hunting stops as well, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, the saw pit is ready. We have one available family that is unassigned. Problem is it won't be too... I have 21 timber. I thought they added a new tool here that you can reserve, like in Anno, where if you're doing a trade route in Anno, say you're taking away, I don't know, hops or something, but the current city needs all hops, then you can reserve. Yeah, like here. Okay, so essentially I think this means, yeah, this building will stop production if the region's surplus of this resource is less than or equal to the reserve. So if we make it 10, that means I will have at least 10 left in the bank. And then production limit, I think, is kind of redundant. It doesn't... I'll just do that. So let's have the family... No unassigned families to guide the orcs. Guide them to where? Okay, it's just a... I don't remember what it looked like when I first played, but this looks really, really nice. I think they must have done new assets with the houses and stuff, because I remember when I first played, they looked very similar to each other, but this is almost like 5 different... No, one... Yeah, they're similar in a way, but it's almost like completely different assets, which again is very realistic. You don't really have 2 houses identical next to each other. There we go. Now we have the meat being served. So my guess is we should expect to see, yeah, another, yeah, here. So they have meat. The lady is busy selling it. And then we also have, so my guess is that, there we go. Now we have met this demand. And once we meet this demand and the church, then we'll be able to upgrade. And I think once you upgrade, you are able to get taxes and regional wealth. Speaking of regional wealth, fortunately or unfortunately, now to convert the burgage into also some sort of a production building, you need to pay. And that's one thing I did read about, which I found confusing. If I understood correctly, the way it works, if you get something like a vegetable garden or a chicken coop or an animal pen, then families share their jobs. So if someone says is on timber duty, they will still be on timber duty, but half of their time will now be dedicated to doing this. But if they get an artisan job, like this one's, actually, yeah, what I'm explaining is explained here. Converts all inhabitants to artisans, preventing them from being assigned to other jobs. There you go. But these are not artisan jobs. So I need to decide which family will... What I don't know is... Yeah, plowing and harvesting labor, yields depend on plot size. Okay. So... So this has quite a big garden. Maybe what I do, I build 2 houses here with big garden, or maybe here. 2 houses that are dedicated farms. Even here, actually, with the biggest. And then they will be the vegetable gardens. Then these ones can be my, like the chicken coop and so on. And then we want our like line of artisans somewhere. I don't know, let's see. The other thing I wanted to do is the visit mode. There we go. I don't know how you... Okay, it's typical. Yeah, we can visit. Dobby Dunstable is wandering around his village or his colony and just watching the people work. Again, this is... Actually, I will pause here for a thumbnail, because this is a great thumbnail. If he moves out of the way. Come on. Ah, okay, let me move. Yeah. Let's do this. So this would be the thumbnail. So, essentially, yeah, you can wander around. I don't think there is any other functionality. Like you can't really work or do anything. You just wander around and just see the village. It's purely a style. It's not a functional. Okay, we'll do a bit of a walk afterwards when the town grows. Let's see how we're doing. We already have 15 planks. What's the conversion rate? Does it say it anywhere? I think it was saying it when we works refined timber into planks. It doesn't say. I would have thought that 1 timber makes lots of planks, and that's true. It looks like here at least. But I don't know what the conversion is. I don't know if it says it somewhere. No, it doesn't. Okay. Yeah, we see they're about to put things up, which is great. The other thing that we got a pop-up just before finishing the previous episode that we now have weapons. And we can see them here. We have 20 large shields and 20 spears, which means we are able to construct our own military if we want to. Ideally, what I want to do is aiming to build my manor so I can get what are they called? The ones that are basically paid militia. I forgot the name of it. It starts with R, I think. Anyway, get those, because those are not using my people. So if they die, it's fine. I just need to pay again to revive them, or I think they even get revived by themselves. But if I lose someone, I physically lose someone from the family, which means I have less hands to do the job. Retina, something like that. That's what it's called. I don't know. Anyway, we'll see when we build the manor. While we wait for the planks to come through, how many do we need actually? 20 or something? Okay, so we might actually have it. Yes, we have it. So let's build the church here. Let me see what it looks like. No, let's go with the original plan. Let's build it here. Overlooking the town. But we don't have anyone... We don't have anyone to build. What I do not know is what happens when we reach this. Does it... Because my reserve is 10. Yeah, that didn't seem to have worked because unassigned family is needed for construction. Yeah, that didn't seem to work because now I have 5 timber. Anyway, let's unassign them. And now they're going to start building the church. It would take a bit of time because there's a lot of things they need to bring over. And then we need to get this up. We're still suffering from the homelessness negativity. I think once that goes... Actually, wait, we will get +3 from this month. So I think on the next month, in November, this will become positive. Then we will be able to get a new family. We currently have space for them, so the more the merrier. What I want to see is what's going on with our food. Because I stopped the fish production. And in winter, this will freeze. So where is food again? Here, we have 13 meat. Okay, we have plenty of fish. So we can let them do the hunting. I don't remember if hunting is renewable in a way. Like, I don't remember if it spawns again. I think there is an element of don't overhunt, otherwise it won't. Which, I guess, it's very close to real life. So maybe I shouldn't overhunt with that in mind. Otherwise, yeah, they will run out. Firewood, we have a lot. We have 15 months worth. Yeah. Okay. So, let's think of our next plan now that we build our church. So once the church is built, the last thing we need to meet is some sort of enough of any of the following materials available at the marketplace. Clothing stall supply. Okay, so you don't need clothes, you just need almost like clothing material. So then, all I need is just goats. Yeah, because I think the goats... Yeah, allows for keeping either goats or pigs in the backyard. Pigs provide a strong passive source of meat, while goats provide a passive source of both meat and hides. I think... Yeah, my only issue is I want this to be a bit more realistic, and you don't really want goats in the middle of the city. So I think I might make them the goat farms and pigs and so on, because obviously, I mean, there's no implication in the game, but it smells, so it's not something that you want to have in the middle of your city, especially next to the market. So let's make this the first goat. And again, this is not an artisan job, which means I will get a bit of a, like, this family that lives here. Oh, there's no family living here. Oh. Can I kick a family out? I think I can, but how? How do I kick a family out? I want them to be kicked out so they can move to this one. No, I don't want to expand. If anything, I want the opposite. Maybe I cannot. Unless I demolish. I'm not going to demolish my house. It's fine. Oh, we lost it again. We had 50%, which means a new family could come. But for now it dropped again. I don't know why. It seems like we're losing the food variety, and I don't understand why, because we should have the meat coming in from the hunt, and we have the fish. I wonder if there is a way to prioritize which food to use, because ideally I want people to be using mainly the fish, because I have so much fish. But yeah. Anyway, so while we wait for that, then that will meet the demand for the second one. To go to the second level of the berry gauge plots. The next thing we need to start thinking about is the stonecutter camp, potentially. And because I guess all of the buildings will start needing stone. I think the manor needs stone, if I'm not mistaken. Marketplace. Where is the storehouse? We've done all these. Where is the trade one? Here. Okay, the trading post doesn't actually need stone. But I guess the manor will do. Yeah, the manor needs stone and it needs planks.
Don't be shy, good sirs and ladies.
Okay, how do you get to a settlement of village?
Never.
Here, okay, we need two level 2 berry gauge plots. Okay, so I think the way we will go is we will build... Where was it? It was here.
Don't be shy, good sirs and ladies.
I lost it again. Yes, build a stonecutter camp. Start getting some stone so we're ready. But we're lacking people. We need to get a new family. Hopefully next month, although it will be winter. Okay, so the church has all of the materials in and it's being built. Can stay here and watch it being built. Oh, interesting. When you go into like postcard view, I don't know. I know that's what it's called in Anno. I don't know what it's called here. But when you go into this view, the time automatically slows down. Yeah, November 3rd, 23. Oh, there is days. I didn't realize there is days. I thought it's just this is the month, and then after a while, it just you get to another month. I didn't realize there is actually days. Yeah, so soon it will be December, and I think we'll get snow, and people will need to have there we go. Yeah, have plenty of firewood and food. I think there is a way to ring the bell here. Hey, I got an achievement for ringing the bell. So, and if I remember correctly, we don't need to assign anyone to the church. You only assign someone in the church when, I believe, when you need to bury someone. I'm almost certain. Let's see. Finish one level of faith. Fulfills one level of faith requirement for the burgage plots. Provides hallowed ground for burial. There you go. Of the dead villagers. Workers become grave diggers. So yeah, you only need them if you have someone to bury. Hopefully we won't have anyone, but it's fine. How do you? Oh, close. Okay, this confuses me a bit because when you're here, the instinct is you just do escape to come out. But when you do escape, it goes to the pause menu. Then you say continue, and you come back here. So it's a bit of like an endless loop. But yeah. Anyway, so we're now being... Yeah, winter is coming. You can... Yeah, there we go, December. New mercenary companies available. Fine. All we want is new families. Come on, why did we fall again? I don't understand why it keeps going up and back and forth. Like, now we even have the church. I expect to be consistently above 50. There we go. The winter has started. And it's snowing. Oh, amazing. So, I don't remember if snow settles in this game. And like it becomes white and stuff. I guess we'll find out very soon. What is she doing to Herman? Look, she's petting Herman. Anyway, I don't know why. She's not associated with the hinching post. So she just randomly went to pet him. Oh, she's unassigned. She's our builder, that's why. Okay, so since we have an unassigned family and we're not building anything, let's start going with the... How are we going to do the situation? There's this road. And then there is this. Is this a road or a river? Oh, this is a river. I thought it was a road. So, is the road? No, it's a river again. It's really far. Anyway, we don't really have a choice. I mean, it's far, but... So, let's put it here. The other thing I need to consider is farming. So, I need to remember how farming works. So, spring has frequent raining. In summer, crops grow. Possible droughts. Then the harvesting happens in autumn. Okay, so if I want farming, I need to sort it out now, basically. Because in spring is when we'll start with the work. Okay, let's have a look at our fertility. Oh yeah, that's another thing I didn't know from last time. Last time I was looking for my fertility. It turns out that it's as simple as going to your construction menu and it pops up here. It must have been there when I was looking for it. I was just blind. So, let's see. Emmer fertility is really good. I don't know what emmer is used for, but it's really good. Flax is good as well up here. Barley is used for beer, I think. barley. Rye. Rye is... Which one is used for bread? Let's find the bakery. Workers use flour. Workers mill grain into flour. Grain is anything. Or there's like a grain farm. Oh, wheat. Yeah. Where is wheat? Why don't we have access to... Am I missing something? Maybe we don't have it at all. Maybe we need to be in a different area? No. Maybe you don't need fertility for... I don't know. I was expecting to have... yeah, you've got flax, barley, and wheat. Is rye another word for barley or wheat? Maybe. Anyway, we'll see. I don't know. I'm not a farmer. So... We'll figure it out. So I think we should start... It looks like... So barley is good here. So we should certainly have a plot here. Where else is good? Nowhere. So this should certainly be a farm plot. Then rye is good anywhere. Flax is good here. Emmer is good here again. So I think it's clear what we need to do. We need to have like a farm plot or farm plots like this. And then this side will be mainly barley. Then this side will be, I think it was rye. No, rye is everywhere. It was flax. And then rye can be basically anywhere. Okay, so let's start. Alright, fields in Manor Lords need to be very large to be effective, but also take long to plow by hand. For a starting village, try a field size of about 1 morgen. Later, if you want the region to focus on farming, you can consider spending a development point to unlock heavy plow upgrade, which allows plowing much bigger fields far more efficiently utilizing oxen. Also remember to check the ground fertility. Some crop types are more picky about the soil they grow on. Okay, so 1 morgen it said. Oh, okay, it measures a morgen. I was like, how am I meant to know what a morgen is? Let's have a look at barley fertility, because I know we're going to need barley when we're doing the beer. So I want to make it in a way where you come up the mountain and then you walk through the area that is not fertile, and probably that's where we'll have our actual farm. But the fields are just spread kind of organically across the... Oh wait, that's too big. It says try 1 morgen. Maybe I overdid it. So I think 1.5 is fine. It's fine. Might be too much, but okay. Our farm is... You need a farmhouse to employ workers on the fields. Okay, so let's build a farmhouse somewhere. Maybe here? Yeah, farmhouse by the river. Oops. Yeah, let's build a farmhouse by the river. Because I guess we can put it up here as well, but there is no good fertility up there. We could also put it here. My issue is that it's too close to the other areas, and I don't know if bandits will come through there. Yeah, I kind of want the whole mountain to become, or hill I should say, to become farmland. So, and I don't want to waste this flax fertility. And rye fertility is basically everywhere. Okay, let's go with... Yeah, let's put it down here. I think it will look good down here. Kind of like the farmhouses at the bottom by the river, and then they just need to travel up where the fields are. and we need to connect it, but let's connect it so it doesn't interfere with the hunting. And then, like I said, they will come up here, and that will be like a road to go around, and then there will be probably another road here cut through the first field, and then there'll be another field here, another field here, and so on. But that's down the line. So I'm expecting to get a family pretty soon. And then hopefully, this is where we can do a rotation. So we will start with fallow fields, regenerate all types of fertility. Oh, there we go. There's 100% fertility for wheat. Okay, so maybe then we do wheat, fallow the next year, then barley, and then we rotate. That sounds good. Can burn the field. Why would you burn the field anyway? Field as a pasture. Okay. I don't know if they will build a farmhouse on time, you know, because the farmhouse takes 3 logs. We have the timber, sorry, we have that, but yeah. Come on, I need another family. Because I definitely need someone to start working on the goats. Yeah, nobody's living here. It would have been great if there was a way for me to... Oh my god, they stole our... That's just unlucky. Can't believe they stole our tools. That's annoying. Okay, so then we definitely need to get a trading post as soon as possible. I think the way it works with the trading post, make sure you have a logging camp before placing more buildings, otherwise you may block yourself permanently. I do have a logging camp. Can't believe they stole our tools. I'm guessing that's random and we just got unlucky. I don't think it's something I could have done about it, because I know that they always steal stuff. And it's just random what they steal, but the fact they stole the tools is insane. Yeah, so we'll need to get a trading post because we have no other way of making tools, and I think tools are needed for all sorts of stuff. For industries and so on. So yeah, we'll need them. We'll need to start thinking what we want to export. Oh, what happened here? Oh, there we go. Okay, so we'll wait until the farmhouse is done. They just need one more log to come through. Is that connected? That is connected, right? I think it is, it's just it's not shown because of the... Okay, and we'll get our first farmers, I think. Build priority. At some point we need to look at this as well, but I want to understand a bit more the direction that this will take. I mean, it looks like our fertility is incredible, so maybe this will end up being actually a farming area or a farming city. Okay, so we have plenty of space to put farmers in. I still don't understand why we're not getting a family. come on.
Anywhere it makes so tender, practically melts in your mouth. Come and see for yourself.
Alright, so the family that we have waiting, I want them to build a trading post, which is here. So for the trading post, you've got the King's Road, I think it's called, something like that, which is where the trader comes in regularly and, you know, like performs trades. So we can put it here, maybe. Yeah, I think that's a good location for it. And see how it's... Okay, we have a lot of fuel, so I think I'm going to get rid of this and then just put the family in a new family. Great, amazing. So we got a new family. So they will start building. Where did they move in? Well, yeah, not here. They probably moved in here. No. Yeah, they moved here. I mean, technically I still didn't pay the money, so I could make this the goat and just be done with it. There we go. What are they building? Oh, they're building the animal pen. I'm also tempted to move one of the hinging posts because I'm going to start developing this area a lot more now. So it makes sense to have one of the hinging posts close by. So let's just stick it in here for now, or maybe here. And we keep it going. If we have wheat, then we will be able to have a mill, which we can probably put up here depending on the wind direction. Where is the mill? Let's have a look. And then we can have a bakery, which we can then become bread. Wind efficiency. Oh, you don't get any map overlay. It's just, I mean, I'm guessing there is better wind up the mountain. It just works with altitudes. That's how Unreal Engine will simulate it. Okay, so we can stick it in the middle of the fields, or even like here. I think it would be nice. Or even here, it would look nice here. Although the efficiency is not as good. The efficiency is good here. It's 100% here, so maybe we put it up on this hill. Yeah, I do think this will end up being a farming town because the fertility is great here. Not for barley as much, but at least we do have one field that has good barley fertility. I mean, 92 is amazing. And then we have flax as well. While if you look at maybe other islands, yeah, this is horrible, for example. If you see here, it's horrific. Then this is the Baron's one anyway, so I'm not going to consider. And then the one next to us, horrible, 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 horrible. So literally, this is the only place that you can do. Yeah, I mean, yeah, this will definitely be a farming one. So we should invest in farming. Okay. All right. With that, I think I will call it there. We've done quite a lot on this episode. We built our church. We have our second food supply, and we got our new family. For the next episode, we'll try and get the goats to start producing hide, which will give us the last requirement for the burgage plots, and then we'll be able to upgrade to level 2 burgage plots. Thank you again for watching. If you like the content, it really helps if you leave a like. You can even consider subscribing if you want. And any feedback, as I'm new to content creation, is welcome. So please leave a comment. Thank you.